The way I define femininity in myself, the way I see it in me, it doesn't have a lot to do with outward expression. It doesn't have a lot to do with the way I present myself. The femininity that I have comes in the way I feel I interact with people, the way I make friends, the way I have relationships. That's where it's most important to me, that recognition of it. My name is Shannon Lowe. My preferred gender pronouns are female. I use those primarily. I don't want to abandon trans as my identity. When people ask me what my identity is, I say I'm transgender. I know people who say they're trans women and trans men. I just say I'm trans because that's more accurate for me. I always try to express my femininity through the way I interact with other people, the way I relate and become close with people, and that's really one of the only places now where it becomes most important that people see that. So I identified with women in terms of friendship and relationships and that sort of style of interaction. But I didn't push hard at being read as female. It was the outward expression of it was something I really had to come to terms with. I remember talking to my therapist probably about 9 months ago, and this is exactly what I was talking about. I was saying, I don't know what being female is going to mean to me if everyone's expecting outward feminine expression. But beyond that, I feel like I'm just changing my outward expression to fit what people need so that they will treat me as the person that I am. And she said, yes, that is the most common thing I hear trans people talk about when we have these sessions, is at some point they recognize that this is sort of a dumb societal expectation that they look a certain way so that they can be treated as the person they feel they are. That's where I was sort of the hardest and the most hurtful early on, was when I could become close with someone as a friend or in a relationship and have them tell me that to be told that I am a wonderful person who is sensitive and thoughtful and close and all the things they want, but they don't want any of that because they dated me because I was supposed to be someone else. If they wanted that, they'd go date women or something to that effect. I've heard that a few times. But that was the hardest, to be told that I'm doing it right. I'm just not doing it right for me. I know my heart now and understand my identity enough to know that that is not truly me, so I don't need the validation from other people in the way I used to, because I used to desperately need that validation for people to realize that this is not me, because it caused so many problems in my day-to-day life. But it would be nice if I didn't have to even worry about what I was getting from other people in that kind of validation. Because I can do it myself now. The next step is to get other people to see it. After estrogen, I just feel so much more present now. Like I'm here in the world, interacting with it. I haven't had any of the wild changes in mind that everybody talks about. It's just sort of like I became me. Everything kind of fell onto the tracks and started rolling in the right direction, but there was no real turbulence there. It just kind of, it's like it just started. That was interesting to me because I haven't really had any of the experiences that everybody online talked about when they did hormones. They've just been working.